Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Brenda La Stella, and I am a YogaFaith trainer. Today's practice is a prep class for achieving the posture we know in yoga as compass. Compass is a very deep hip opener with a twist that if you want to see, I'm not going to demonstrate right now, but if you want to see what the full posture looks like, you can always go to my Facebook page, Brenda Collins La Stella. That's my personal Facebook page. It started out that way long before I started this. So please put Collins in the middle of it. But my profile picture is of myself in the compass posture. So this class is prep toward that. This is a two-part. So there will be the second video will come out, will be after you have accomplished this class, you can move into the class that will bring you into the full posture of compass. That being said, let's tie this in spiritually for us, because we tend to use this Christianese of Jesus is our true north. However, life doesn't always move just toward the north. It's every day can look very different. If, in fact, I get nervous if my days start to look exactly the same. It's like, what am I doing wrong? Lord, I almost have it in my head that there needs to be days that don't look exactly the same. And that helps me know that I'm being led by God when it doesn't look the same. It doesn't become plain and mundane and same old, same old. I think the saddest thing in the family of God is when any one of God's children get into nothing's ever changing, everything's always staying the same, when I know God is a moving God and transforming us and invites us into that participation of spiritual transformation, transforming the soul over time, which means there are going to be days that don't look exactly the same as every other day, because Jesus is leading us with the same words that were said to Isaiah in chapter 30, verse, I think 21. It says, your ears will hear from behind. This is the way, walk in it. Whether it's to turn to the right or look to the right or look to the left, or turn to the right, turn to the left. Whichever direction God is leading us, we will hear from behind. And at the same time, John chapter 10, I believe it's verse 27, says, my sheep hear my voice and I know them and they follow me. And we also know that the Israelites were led by the Spirit, by cloud by day, fire by night. So we have all these evidences that God is doing, his work is giving us direction. Our work is to follow direction. So I'm going to give very specific cueing in this class, and that's very important in order to accomplish the postures so that you can allow opening for the direction to move into the posture of compass. Okay, so we're going to start, and this is going to seem a little different. This is We're going to really engage. I want to engage the whole body, movement through the whole body, but without doing a regular structure. So come like a teardrop, sitting on the sit bones, pulling belly to spine. I know this is not easy. If it's very difficult, start with the toes and lift the chest. And then start to spread and come back together. Spread out and come back together, engaging the body. Maybe you take the arms out and around. A few more times. Pulling belly to spine. We're engaging all the lifts of the body. Okay, cross at the ankles, roll through, and come to the belly. And come into Sphinx. And work. We're placing the feet. The inner ankles are nice and long. The tops of the feet are pressing down. So engage the glutes. Zip. Xiphoid process, or the bottom of your rib cage and your pubic bone. So that zip up the front line of the body, pull everything in together, and then move the heart forward. As you rest the belly down, collarbones are wide, eye gaze is soft, and we're not throwing the head up. Chin is parallel to the floor. And then drag the elbows toward the hips to lengthen through the back, so really root the tail down. And maybe a twist from side to side. Just, it's a minor twist. And then lower down, pause, and rock the hips side to side. Breathe into the back line of the body. Come up onto all fours. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And press back into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Find some stillness. And really get long from the shoulders to the hips. Bringing the chest a little bit more through the arms. Head is between the triceps. And then bring the left foot outside the left hand. Drop that back knee and keeping the hips up. We're not down. We're keeping them up. And work the work here. And if you need blocks, I think I forgot to say that at the beginning. Hopefully, you know, if you need blocks, press that the left foot should be turned out about 20 degrees. And then we want to bring that knee over the ankle and squeeze isometrically that left heel toward the right knee. I know that sounds strange, but notice how that starts to bring the tailbone into a straight line where it's perpendicular toward the back edge of your mat. You can rock back and forth if the muscles in the hip are really tight. Root the tailbone And then lengthen, bring the shoulders more over the wrists. Tail to crown is long. If you want to send that back knee back a little bit more, getting a little bit deeper. And if you want to come to the elbows, the hips are still up in space, working the length from tail to crown. Really, and maintain the press through the left foot. Press down as you lengthen the spine forward, heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. If you had your blocks, move them out of the way and come back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Maybe swivel the hips. Inhale. Exhale, right foot outside of right hand. Drop the back knee. Same cueing. Use blocks. Your foot, you're really pressing down through the right foot, and be mindful. If you may notice, if you're looking at me and notice that my foot is on my mat, but that is not giving you good space, move your foot off your mat. My mat happens to be extra wide. So I want you to work with what honors your body. Pressing down through that foot, drag that heel toward the left knee. If you need to rock to encourage, move those muscles in the hip to soften up. But you're working toward lengthening from tail to crown, and then out from tail to crown, the hip opens up more. Remember, your skeletal structure, which I often am giving cueing from, when we align that structure, that framework, that invites all the other muscles, all the organs, everything to come in alignment as you mindfully align bones. The muscles automatically have to engage with what you're asking. If you haven't come to the elbows and you would like to, you're welcome to. 3 more breaths. Move your blocks out of the way. Lift the back knee. Come back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Swivel the hips. And then stillness and down dog for 2 breaths. Left foot outside of right hand, or left hand, I'm sorry. Left foot outside left hand. We're repeating that. If you were not able to go deep onto the elbows the first time, maybe this time around you get that opening. Same cueing as the first side. I like to keep my hands in prayer with my fingertips toward the front edge of my mat. And your ears will hear from behind you. This is the way. Walk in it. Jesus is the way. The sheep hear his voice and they know him, and they follow him. Inhale, come up. Lift that back knee. Come back, downward facing dog. If you want to snake that leg around, I know this is very dynamic. Keep that lubrication going in the hip joint. Bringing the right foot outside right hand. Remember to breathe before going any deeper. Anytime you get stuck, take a nice deep breath. And remember, the more you think about lining tail to crown, all the muscles will start to come into agreement with the alignment you're asking of it. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Gritting teeth does not accomplish this deeper, dynamic hip opening. Inhale, come up. Come up, bring that back knee up. Come back, downward facing dog. You can rotate that hip. Come to the knees. Send the left foot out, grab the blocks. Bring the blocks up on the highest setting to start out with. Okay? Let's come more straight up so we can get a nice hug of the legs together. The knee is not locked. You're using the strength of the quads to get a nice strong base. Dig that front heel down, tailbones rooted, pull belly to spine, and when you're ready, you can begin to fold. Making sure your hips are square. Maybe you need to move my foot was too far forward. I needed to bring it back a little bit so I could even out my hips. Inner thighs move down and back, belly to spine, lengthen and fold. Breathe, soft face, soft jaw. Inhale, come up and just switch. I like to keep my back toes tucked for steadiness. Come up more, come up. I always start up higher. Really engage the legs, inner ankles long. Hips are moving in toward one another. Inner thighs are long and deep. And then I can drop my blocks one level. Pull the belly to spine, extend the spine out and fold. Watch the shoulders and don't drift up toward the ears. Long neck. Keeping the heart open, spine long. Head is not dropped. It's lift. The back of head is in line with the rest of the body. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, come up, come back to both knees. Sit on the feet, on the heels, pause. Come forward, circle out the ankles, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Step the toes together. Big toes are together. Heels are not together. So your inner thighs are still moving back in space, and fold. Bend the knees. Squeeze the knees together. Drop the hips. Come up, chair. Bring hands to heart. Rooting the tailbone down. You're squatting really low to bring that right elbow to left knee. And then lengthen the spine first. And then twist the chest toward the left. Tailbone's rooted. Crown is growing out from the spine. And then drop the hands. Hold. Drop the hips, knees together, feet together. Chair. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Squat. Left elbow to right knee. Get long from tail to crown first, then keeping the hips level, turn the chest, pressing hand into hand. Exhale, fold. Separate the feet and allow yourself crown to hang. You can hold the backs of the heels. Pause. Send inner thighs back in space a little bit more. Make sure you're not too far forward on the balls of the feet. Inhale. Come all the way up. And exhale, bring hands through heart. Come all the way back through and step back, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot shin forward and down. Pigeon. You come to the elbows. Soft jaw, soft face. Tent the fingers out to the right, outside the right knee. Cup the knee with the left hand and rotate the chest toward the right. Tailbone's rooted. Crown reaching out from center. Breathe. Inhale, come back. Lift that back leg. And come back into downward facing dog. Left shin forward and down, pigeon. Coming onto the forearms. Squaring off the hips. Soft jaw, soft face. Tent the fingers out to the left, outside the left knee. Hold the knee with the right hand. Extend the spine forward as you secure the hips down and twist the chest to the left. Smile. This is the way. Walk in it. On the next exhale, untwist and come around to sit facing me. We're going to start with a baby cradle. So if you need to lift the right sit bone to get into the posture, that's fine. But the work is to bring both sit bones down as you lift, ground down through the pelvis as you rise through the body. You can let that go. Sit cross-legged for a minute, pause, close the eyes. It's very dynamic. And if it's you're really tight through the low back, you probably felt a lengthening through the back. And we're going to do this a couple of times before we move to the next posture. Holding I'm putting the edge of my foot into my elbow crease of my right arm, or your left arm, and then cradling the knee. If I bring my sit bone up to do that, I'm going to walk my sit bone back down. So my sit bones are rooted. I like to keep my right foot or the bottom foot flexed and pressing against the floor. This increases my foundation so that I can rise my body long. And if you want to rock, especially if you're super tight, and keep working that sit bone down. If you're really tight, sit bone down. Keep breathing. And release. Just pause for a minute and seated. And switching back to the first side. Holding, cradling that shin toward the chest, rooting the sit bones down, rising the crown and the spine away. Let that leg go. Pause and seated. It's always good to pause in between each one. It allows the mind-body experience to come into a homeostasis, because especially in a time we're switching sides, second side, second round, keeping the sit bones rooted down. So when we are placing ourselves in a posture that, I mean, let's be honest, you're not thinking about ever about putting yourself into this posture. And it's a very dynamic posture for the whole body, because you're rooting down and you're feeling that on the outside of the leg and into the hip socket. But at the same time, you're rising the whole spine away from that grounding of the pelvis. And your mind is evaluating every bit of this experience. So keep breathing, stay steady, calm. Not everything that God asks us to step into is easy. This is the way. Walk in it. My sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. You can let that leg go. Pause. We'll have one more posture. Our next posture, bring one heel. So if I'm mirroring you, bring your right heel to the left hip like we were before. And then you're going to grab the bottom of the foot at the ball of the foot and extend. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how I'm keeping my back nice and long. Sit bones are rooted down, so both my sit bones are pressing down. Everything's moving out from the bowl of the pelvis. And then, if it's there for you, you can thumb side down, right hand, left outside left foot, and then keeping everything rooted down from the pelvis and the lumbar spine is all rooted down. Open up, twisting to your left. If you cannot reach, I don't have a strap. You can use a strap to hold. You can hold the strap with the left hand and do the twist with the strap. My apologies for not having that as a example. Sometimes I take for granted the fact that I have really long arms and not everybody does. So please forgive me. If you can look over, complete the twist. And then pause in seated. Breathe. I always like to just stop in these dynamic hip openers, all leading to compass. This is the way to walk. Walk, whether to the right or to the left. Life is a walk. It's not a hamster wheel. If everything seems mundane and same old, I highly implore you to begin to ask God to be able to hear his directions for your life. Because I know once I did, my life is not plain and mundane and same old. Thank you, Lord Jesus. His every day is new. Okay, we're moving to the other side, your right side. So left knee, it's almost coming out directly forward, and then the heel is at my left. And so we're starting with hold the ball of the foot, extend the foot, Remember, you're on your sit bones. Chest is long, hot, up. Chest is forward. Smile. Long spine. When you're ready, you can grab the outer edge of that right foot. Left thumb is down. And then from there, you can peel the chest open toward your right. I did mirroring. This is the way. Walk in it. You can finish off that twist by turning your head. And notice how it looks like for me to accomplish this, I bring that leg in toward midline. I hope that's helpful to see from both views. You may unwind, pause, and come to lie on your back. After we do a series like that, let's neutralize the back and come into a supported bridge, I like to take 2 blocks on the lowest level stacked on top. It's what works best for me. Keep your feet underneath your knees in line with your hips, and press into the back of the head. Keep the chin perpendicular to the ceiling. Rest the shoulder blades on the back and move the arms down and away from the ears. Don't let the legs get lazy. Keep them nice and firm. Feet are planted. Breathe into the upper chest. So all those postures, which you are welcome to come back and repeat this as often as possible until you feel very comfortable in moving into them. Then you can move to stage 2, where you will be invited to attempt a full compass posture. And there are some added things, postures that we did not do today that will be in that class. Pressing into the feet, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, move those blocks out of the way, squeeze the glutes, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Helps them neutralize what we just did. And lower, happy baby. If you want to extend one leg, extend the other leg. If you want to do a full straddle, tailbone reaching toward the edge of the mat. And then cross the right knee over left. This is Gomukhasana on your back. Hands are on the ankles. Tailbone is rooted down toward the front edge of your mat. Unwind and switch the cross, holding the outer edges of the ankles. Hold belly to spine. Let that go. Ball, make yourself into a ball, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, open up for Shavasana. Just be quiet for 1 minute. Let the body rest. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Relax the front line of the body down. The work is over. Notice the delight, the delight in accomplishing something new, new direction, new dynamic. Maybe a new way of doing, certain postures. Maybe the cueing was different. You received something new today. Delight in that. Okay, dear brothers and sisters, please wiggle your toes and feet. Inner and outer, rotate the legs. Maybe bring your arms up over you, circle out the hands. Bend the knees, place your feet on the floor, pause, inhale. Exhale, turn to one side and make a pillow out of your bicep. On your next inhale with that free hand, press yourself up to sitting. Good job. Good job. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that this has blessed you in all your ways. Acknowledge your Lord, your God, and He will direct your paths. Thank you for practicing with me. God bless you. Have a great day.